Yeah, no, it's a mental health working scam for 11 years since 2015. So, how's it personality disorder? My surname's not Rackley, never has been. It's Fleming. We're going around in circles. Must be a good scam because all the information these social and support workers have, like these mental health workers were given, it's bullshit. I've got the notes. It doesn't even relate to me. It doesn't even relate to where I'm born. That's the insanity of this. It doesn't relate to where I'm born, where I'm raised. So my mother's obviously come to Sydney doing a scam, told people that we're from the area where she moved to. She moved there when we were 10. Every single bit of information that has even traveled to America that didn't come from me is just complete false. And I actually backed it up that it's false with supporting documents. I even backed it up with photos of myself and then had losers go, that's not him. Yes, those photos are of me. Who you think I am isn't me. That's the problem. You keep saying Rackley. You're talking about Daniel Rackley and you're talking about Shane Charles. You're talking about Justin Pascoe. Some loser was talking about Darren Taylor and they're all from friggin' Tamworth. So, well, I'm not from there. You've got wrong information and you keep going around in circles and then you don't like the fact that I'm standing up saying you're paying. Like, you've got police that are so dumb. Oh, it's personality disorder because Justin was a drug user, was he? When was that? When? When was I ever using illicit drugs? Okay. Oh, sorry. When was I smoking cannabis? Because a rollie isn't cannabis. Okay. So when was I smoking cannabis? A rollie is not cannabis. You know, so Champion Midnight Whiskey isn't cannabis. So when was that? So again, it comes from, oh, wait a minute. Was it deadbeat fat fucking lesbian cunt Nicolette Jones? Or was it one of those other losers that my mother decided to affiliate with when she moved from Sydney? Oh, because all these people think we're from Tamworth. How? So I just want someone to explain to me how my family's from Tamworth. Can you? Can you explain it? Because in the last 11 years, I've had people go, well, so you don't go up to Tamworth. And I'm like, why am I meant to be going to Tamworth for? And then the next question is, oh, because you're from there. I'm like, I'm not from there. Can you explain to me why you believe this? Why do you believe false information that doesn't exist? Okay, and same thing, but St. Vincent's and mental health workers. It's like, why do you believe it? Why do you believe that what you were told from an ex-partner of mine, Giovanni, was true? Okay, when there's the facts that beg to differ otherwise. Why do you believe it? Because it's not true. And we're going around circles now in 2 countries for 11 years. As for my upbringing, okay, my confirmation name, okay, I should not have to explain this, but when Amanda and myself started at St. Aidan's Roman Catholic School in Rudy Hill, we had to learn Latin. It's part of Roman Catholic religion. So is knowing the translation through the Bible, the Old Testament and New Testament. If Amanda doesn't remember, that's because she's so brainwashed by Carol. How can you not remember when we're making our first Holy Communion and we're going to where the nuns actually made the Eucharist? Okay, how can you not remember everything being done in Latin? It wasn't until Latin was phased out at the end of the 80s. We're Roman Catholic. St. Mary's Cathedral still does Mass in Latin. How can you not know this? Because you sat there every Wednesday with me in church on our school grounds, that massive, huge church at St. Aidan's. You sat there and learnt Latin. Now she suddenly doesn't remember. Well, I still remember. What was your saint's name? Catherine? Saint Catherine? We had to go through all the saints since a child. We had to learn. We had to learn the popes. We had to learn history. We had to learn translation for history. We had to learn time of events. We are not Church of England. We're not Protestant. We're Roman Catholic. It's under the Vatican. We had to learn translation. We had to learn. You sent me a card. Amanda sent me a card in the year 2000 with Misfa on it, which is it's Genesis. I can't think what part of Genesis now, which is part of her upbringing. And suddenly now, since Amanda's been back around mum and mum's sisters, she suddenly forgets everything because she's near my mother. It's like, Amanda, you were living in America and you sent Misfa. May the Lord keep me and the safe when we're absent one for the other. How can you not remember that? It's actually part of our Roman Catholic upbringing. Okay, it's there. It's why it's tattooed to my back. I've still got the card. We learnt Hebrew. Okay, because the Bible's written in Hebrew. Hebrew, Aramaic, and other languages, but those were the two that we learned. How do you not know? Then we started, so we had our whole religious studies growing up. Then we had religious education. So not our own religion as Roman Catholic. Religious education was the studies of the three major religions. Roman Catholic, Islam. It's not learning Islam to support it. It's learning Islam as a false prophet, but we still have to learn it. And Judaism, where Roman Catholic comes from. Now, we even used to set up, so in the auditorium at our Lady Rosary College, there was that whole, where we did the whole reenactment of Jesus' life and the fish symbol. And we had the fish, we had these big signs of fish symbol, the Star of David and so forth, and we learned, we had to reenact all of his life, like when he actually went into the synagogue. Because Jesus was Jewish, and from our religion, so from Judaism comes Roman Catholic. And that's why they're very close together. Like, we learnt this, we learnt the studies, we learnt our own religion. Like, it's like this extra full-on teachings. There's more education that goes in to us than other people. This is utterly ridiculous. So the translation of the names, we had to learn that our current names are not what current names were, because we live in modern Christianity times. Now, even Mum gave you have a plaque with Amanda's meaning in Latin. From memory, you used to have it on the back of your bedroom door. I had mine. I had my plaque with the meaning of Justin in Latin. You had your plaque. Okay? You even had that. So your name, it shows your different name. All this was learned. We had to then study, our name and the translation, especially when we're going up, changing the name, because back in the day when the Roman Catholic Church handled everything, they would automatically change your name after you made your confirmation. So our names get changed after our confirmation. When you're confirmed into the church, your name is changed. These other people that aren't brought up like we are don't understand that. It's like, okay, but this is what you learn. If you go through strict Roman Catholic upbringing like we did, our cousins didn't. We have different lifestyles, different beliefs. So this is where you can't listen to a cousin that's been raised completely different, because their whole mindset is completely opposite to me, because they've had a completely different upbringing. Just because we're related doesn't mean we're the same. We're like from two different countries. And that's the fact. So, Justinian, which is the Byzantine era of the name. And why did we learn Justinian? Because he changed laws in Rome. Okay, he's mentioned quite a lot. The Byzantine emperor of Rome, to do with our Roman Catholic, Justinian. The modern Christianity name is Justin. The Byzantine era name is Justinian. It's just Justin Ian on the end, basically Justinian. Mark is Marcus. You learn modern Christianity spelling, okay, compared to what it was. Okay, Payne is what I used to call my dog, the fox terrier. Okay, we learned that back with Father O'Grady's class. Okay, which meant horse lover. Because if you remember, my dog used to always want to ride the horses. Payne. Mum just started calling him Peter. So then Peter was my confirmation name. But the studies or the versions of Peter, whether it was Pedro or Payne and so forth, depending what the country of Christianity, of Roman Catholic. Okay? This is where it comes from. Sosime is a Roman Catholic pope who it translated into survivor. He's a saint. I wanted to have Saint Sosime, but it was suggested that I go with something that's more pleasable if it's going to be added to my name. So in 1991, when we're making our confirmation, being confirmed in the church at St. Nicholas, and we're doing Bible studies, if you remember, we did Bible studies at St. Nicholas. Okay, I wanted Sosime. And I was told, because it's going to be added into your name, because your name would then be, your confirmation name goes at the start. So it's going to be, you end up being Sosime Justin Mark Fleming. I'm like, I like that. It's like pick something more pleasing. So I picked Peter, Pedro, Payne. So there is no personality disorder. This is education. This is upbringing. This is traditions. This is beliefs. This is religion, and this is almost religion discrimination. I had a fucking loser of a government worker go, "Oh, I made my confirmation. We didn't go for all that." I'm like, "What denomination are you?" They were Church of England, because Church of England makes confirmations too. I'm like, completely different religion, love. A completely different Bible, for starters, and a much shorter Bible than ours. We have 2 books. You have a tiny, thin book, 1. You go for, what is it, the King James or some shit? Because you're fucking weirdos in England. We aren't the same at all. You make a confirmation that is nothing compared to a Roman Catholic Church confirmation. You don't go anywhere near, and I know this because cousins on dad's side make a confirmation that's nothing. It's completely different religion to us. This is where Rebecca LeMay's like, but just, we did ours. I'm like, you're Church of England. You're Church of England, you're not Roman Catholic. It's not the same, Rebecca. It's completely different. Your mass, your service, your studies, we're not the same. We're not the same. We're related because we shared grandparents. The only thing that makes us similar is we share grandparents. And that's it. We share grandparents. There is not one thing that is similar other than the fact we share grandparents. And that goes for a lot of my family members. We share a common thread of a bloodline. Apart from that, we are not the same religion. We have not had the same social circle, the same upbringing, the same traditions, the same anything. Everything is completely different. Our entire life is completely different. The only thing that makes us the same is we share grandparents. That's it. That is it. And that goes for both sides of my family. I mean, you can, on both sides. I mean, my mum's younger sister, well, my cousins there, which is Bradley, Hayden, and Luke, they're Polish. Okay, so they've been baptized in the Polish church in Quakers Hill. Their parents were married in Polish. It was the whole service was in Polish. Now, that's my mum's sister's children. So still my first cousins. So the only thing that we are the same is we share a set of grandparents. Apart from that, there is not one thing that's similar. And this is where immigration doesn't get it. So, but that's how life is when you marry and change lifestyles and you have a different career. This is what individuality is. There is not one thing that is similar compared to cousins, to siblings, to anything, because the upbringing is completely different. Now, I'm not going to put up with this. This is where we're going around circles because Daniel Rackley's got drug issues, mental health issues, fucking massive mental health issues, but then so is his father, Mark Rackley. And I've had mental health team say to me, you know that these issues that Mark Rackley has, it's DNA and it's hereditary, and then treat me, diagnosing me with the same issues Mark Rackley has. So it's a wrong diagnosis because they believe Mark Rackley, who was a nurse at a Freemason nursing home called Moody House, was my father. So therefore, his alcoholism, his domestic violence abuse, his suicide, his depression, his deep-seated depression, he's schizophrenic, he's manic depressive, he's massive. That's all drugs. He's massive amounts involved in drugs and cannabis. So is his son, Daniel Rackley. I had a mental health team harass my life for 11 years saying that, but it comes through your father, because Mark Rackley was like this. I'm like, Mark Rackley's not my father. Mark Fleming's my father, who's a builder. And for 11 years, you've got a skanky little cunt of a female going, his father's not a builder, he's a nurse. I knew his father. No, my dad's a builder. My dad built Haymarket, the food court area. Inside Westwood shopping complexes, Tugra, the refurbishment of the Palace Hotel in Haymarket, the extension of Palace Hotel, so much. My dad used to work overnight because of the city being 24 hours and be building overnight time. He would work like 7 days a week. My dad's a builder, Mark Ian Fleming. Okay, his father, Stanley Fleming's where that strong ethnic look comes from. The olive skin, the black hair, because Stanley Fleming's not born in Australia, which makes my dad first generation by his father. Okay, I look like a Fleming. I look like Stanley Fleming, who came here as an orphan and was raised by a spinster who had no children and no husband and no boyfriend, who was devoted to the church. Her name was Edith Kavanagh, who had a really big house, a massive big mansion, there in Botany Road, 20 Botany Road, Botany Bay. She owned the grounds that the Botany Church was on as well. That's all apartments now. That's where my dad's father was raised. My dad's mother, Ruby's from Abbotsford. This is who I am, who medical health workers have, who nurses have, who mental health workers have down as who I'm related to, who New South Wales Police had down for the last X amount of years since 2008, is the Rackleys. I am not related. And then my mother's coming up with you little scams going, see, he's saying he's not related to Faith. Do you not get it through your head? My mother will keep playing you people. Okay? Faith's the deadbeat fucking loser Rackley that my mother had with her second husband. She's a scrubber piece of shit like the Rackleys. My youngest sister is Sky Sheridan Fleming, my dad's youngest daughter. Okay, my parents have children from other relationships and other marriages. Those other relationships and other marriages have other children. You don't get it. And immigration didn't get it. Police don't get it. Housing don't get it. St. Vincent's don't get it because you're not listening to me. You're listening to people who are using a manipulative tool to scam. And then he's had brain damage. No, shut up, you fucking loser. You just don't get it. And then you've got Sam Delati into it. Oh, he's turned Islam. No, I haven't. I've studied Islam as growing up, but my dad's side do support Islam. There's been arguments across social media because I'm a strict Roman Catholic and they're Islamic supporters. They're my cousins on my dad's side. I have Lebanese. I have cousins that are extremely Austrian and German looking. You see me with my cousin Jeff Williams, who's extremely tall like Hitler's henchman, because he throws that part of our family history on my dad's side. Okay, these are my relatives. I am not related to the Rackleys, and I had so much discussion with a deadbeat fucking mental health worker in 2017 going, that's Rackley. And they're like, you? I'm like, no, fuckwit, I'm not Rackley. And you keep saying, because your father's like this. I'm like, my dad isn't, my dad's a builder. And then the St. Vincent's like, why do you believe your dad's a builder? Well, my dad is a builder, he's retired. Why do you believe my dad's a nurse? We're going around in circles. And yet, still, this is how everything is right now to date. After 11 years, organisations won't remove false information. What they've done by acting upon false information is extreme negligence and wrongly diagnosing me because they've diagnosed with having issues that Mark Rackley had. That came from New South Wales Police. Okay, Redfern Police. This has gone around in circles and went to America where it's fucked over my immigration. It's cost me over $200,000 I had in savings alone. It interfered in my return to work at Star Casino as a VIP host. It stopped me going back to my design studies at Enmore Design Centre where I was trying to finish a short course, 6 months course. That was part of the modules that I did in 2009. Okay. It prevented me from living a life for 11 years. And it's caused pain and suffering, reckless endangerment, financial loss and hardship, interfered with my living home environment, and there is no truth in what any organisation has. And I can tell you losers now, what my mother gave you is bullshit. Which is why when you started searching and broke privacy laws, I literally had social support workers. So I'm talking about Matt O'Rourke of the Reach Out organisation, which my mum denies ever telling you any of that. I've got the document. It's bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. She's up to her same scams. It is fucking bullshit. So that's why when all these organisations, and I kept getting contacted through social media, there was information to do with the high school, and then they've got me being accused of dyeing my hair black. My hair's black. My features are black. My dad's father is black as anything with dark olive skin. I'm naturally black. I was a blonde baby. So was Sky Sheridan Fleming, but that is only baby hair. I keep repeating this. You don't keep baby hair. That's the fluff on your head that grows out. You can see me when I'm 3 years of age and my hair, you can see there's blonde down here, but this is all black. My roots were coming out black. Before Mum moved from Sydney in April 1989, my last school photo at St. Aidan's Roman Catholic School, my hair is jet black. All my other school photos, so Lady Rosary College, my hair is jet black. The description that these people to do with Rosary College had related to Justin Pascoe, who's older than me. The other description Tamworth had related to Daniel Rackley with his little reddish brown hair. We are the same age. We're born the same year. Daniel Rackley used to live in Tamworth since 1995. The other descriptions related to Shane Childs, which housing deadbeat workers had. And I'm not going to keep going around in circles with this. You have broken laws in my life for the last 11 years. The only thing I need from NDIS is a legal team, because you're going to get fucking sued for 11 years of damages. You committed that many frigging crimes in my life, besides the fraud. And there was nothing wrong when I was packing up and moving to America after I come back from the US in 2015. I had a green card to the US, everything was fine, and I was already in maintenance and recovery from an injury I had in 2007. You organisations caused new injuries. These are not existing. These are exacerbation of previous injuries that were once recovered and maintained. This is a new matter. This isn't a continued matter. This is a new matter that you people, groups and organisations just caused by breaking laws in my life since 2015. It's a new matter that needs to be dealt with a legal team and needs to be going to court against government organisations such as even Strawberry Hills Housing Commission, Redfern Police that did that mistake in 2008 and caused a disruption to my life, okay, and against St. Vincent's and other mental health workers, social support workers. There was not one thing wrong except there was a gathering of false information from unreliable sources. That false information was considered to be facts when it was just based on hearsay, one's own projection, theory and opinion, and nothing was fact-checked, not even my birth certificate, which means you didn't cite identification from me. Okay? When I'm there saying that person's got information to do with someone else, that's not me. Okay, I'm Justin Mark Fleming, I'm telling you, and you wouldn't listen. The same thing with St. Vincent's, with IBAC in 2017 when I'm there going, here, I have a fucking green card. Can you stop interfering? I've been trying to pack up since I came back from America in 2015. If I don't pack and move, I'll lose it. St. Vincent's knew that I would lose my green card, that I worked hard to get since, well, I started immigration back in 2011, like 15 years ago. It's something I've worked towards since 2001. St. Vincent's was told by me to stop your interfering. I'm trying to slowly pack up and move to America, where I own a condo, where I've got my bank accounts there, where I'm a permanent resident since 2014 after going for the lengthy process. The US government was told I'm only back in Australia to pack up, and now they've prevented me from living in America, which therefore subsequently lost my permanent resident status. That's what these organisations did. So you can find a money value for that as well. And when it comes to women that want to behave this way, I don't fucking care if you think you're a sweet old grandmother. You committed fraud. Go to fucking jail. Same with the cunt upstairs where I live. You broke the law. In my life, in every statement I've said, including what's in that statutory declaration that I've given to a barrister, looked through, made sure there's enough supporting documents to back up everything in it, had it notarized, took it to the Department of Foreign Affairs, had it apostilled. Everything in it is backed up with documents, photo evidence, you name it. What organisations have is hearsay based on an opinion, projection and theory. That's not facts. I gave you facts. I hand delivered you on a silver fucking platter facts. Document after document, photo after photo, video after video, everything that I have said, there has been a supporting document that backs it up to be the truth. You don't have to look at me and go, oh, we can't get a reading. Is he lying or he's telling the truth? There's a fucking document. That's what I've said. There's a document that proves it. That's what I said. There's a document that proves it. Rely on what's in front of you, not what you believe. Okay, because what you believe is wrong. I've given you the fucking documents. I've had a gutful of this. I want to see my neighbours upstairs charged. I want to see these people arrested. I want to see Rachel at Strawberry Hills arrested. And I will.